Yon. Hello, hello. Woo! We are on anong episode na? Episode 8. At nasusustain naman natin. Nasusustain ko naman. But then on episode 8, thank you for still tuning in. And so, ayun na. Still, sa mga bagong nanonood, I am Ron Adam V. Puntoy, the Leia Top Notcher of 2023. And then, so ayun, let's delve into the review. Ayun. So, unang tanong for this day is this. What is the most important cereal that is grown in the Philippines? Or, dalawa. What is the most important cereals grown in the Philippines? A, rice and wheat. B, corn and wheat. C, rice and corn. D, rice and millet. And the answer to that is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ang answer po dyan is rice and corn. And when we are talking about the cereals, ang family po ng cereals is, ang bago pong tawag ngayon doon is Powasi. Yes. Powasi po ang tawag doon. Well, I don't have the spelling there, pero pwede i-search. But then, ang tawag po noon doon, or ang luma namang pangalan ng family ng cereals, is, or ng mga, cereals, is Graminae. Luma yon, Graminae. Ang new ngayon is Powasi. Ayun lang naman. And when we are talking about cereals na rin, cereals is the most, the most important of all crops. As if I am informed correctly. On which, kung tanong po, what is the most produced? Ano po yung in terms of mass or sa bigat, what is the most produced cereal in the whole world? Ang tamang sagot po dyan is rice nga ba? Wheat or corn? Tatlo lang naman naglalaban doon, But then, ang pinakauna po, in the whole world, ang sagot po doon is corn. Ang pinaka-produce ng cereal sa buong mundo is corn. But then, kung tinanong naman, ano ang pinaka-kinakain ng mga tao? Ang sagot po dyan is, surprisingly, hindi po siya rice, but it is wheat. Sir, bakit wheat? Well, it is wheat because, alam naman na yan ng mga nag-review noon, it is wheat because, yes, staple food ang rice dito sa Asia, on which kumakain tayo ng rice. But then, take note, kumakain rin po tayo ng wheat through your breads, and I think pancit canton, mga ganon-ganon. Pero, when we go into the westernized country, or western countries such as America, ganon, ang main staple food nila is wheat. And as compared sa atin na kumakain pa rin tayo ng wheat, hindi na po sila kumakain ng rice. Or minsan-minsan lang. O, yun lang naman. And, ano po ang, unang na-domesticate na unang na-domesticate na crop, that is incorn wheat po, Siya po ang unang na-domesticate na crop. Incorn wheat. Ayun lang naman. Okay, for our second question is this. It is the major plantation crops for industrial processing, which includes the following except, ano kayang tamang sagot dyan? Well, ito raw po ay mga major crops or major industrial crops. Pero ano dyan yung hindi industrial crops? A, cacao. C, coffee. B, coffee. C, abaca or dog pineapple. And the answer to that is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ang answer po yan is pinya or pineapple. So, bakit naging pineapple yan? Pinaprocess rin naman yung pineapple. Well, if titignan nyo yung mga product ng cacao, coffee, and abaca, ang main products nila is mostly, pinaprocess. Hindi mo naman kakainin yung buto ng coffee na ganyan, na as is lang siya. Pinaprocess yan. Yung cacao, pinaprocess rin para maging, the main product of cacao is chocolate. And yung abaca naman naman is yung fibers niya, pinaprocess mo siya. But yung pineapple, well, sabi nila, nilalagay naman sa lata, sir, ginagawang juice ng dole. But then, kung titingnan nyo, well, pineapple can be eaten, or most of the pineapple fruits are eaten in its raw form. Ayun lang naman. And when we are talking about pineapple, well, pineapple is an interesting fruit. Yes, it is an interesting fruit on which, bakit siya naging interesting? Sige, let's dig into that, on which pag-usapan natin ang mga fruits. Sabi dito, fruits, well, meron akong mga 5 keywords dyan. Sinabi, meron tayong parthenogenesis, meron tayong apomixis, meron tayong simple fruit, aggregate fruit, and multiple fruit. Pag-usapan muna natin yung dalawa. The parthenogenesis and apomixis. Parthenogenesis and apomixis. Sir, anong pinagkaiba ng dalawang yon? Well, ano muna ang pinagkatulad nila? Parthenogenesis and apomixis is this. Sinabi mong yung dalawang yon, walang fertilization na nangyari, pero yung plant is nagkabunga. Ayun lang naman yun. Walang fertilization pong nangyari, pero yung plant nagkabunga. Ano naman yung pinagkaiba ng dalawang yon? Should I share this? But I'm not really sure with this one. Sorry. I'm not really sure with this one. But then, sa pagkakaintindi ko po, ang parthenogenesis, yes, walang fertilization na nangyari, pero may bunga. Pero yung bunga is walang seeds. Ayun lang naman yan, walang seeds. Ano naman yung apomixis, sir? Pag sinabi mo na mga apomixis, walang fertilization na nangyari, may bunga, but then meron ring seed na viable. Seed na viable. On which para siya ng clone na ng inyong plants. Ayun na naman yun. Or mother plant. Okay. Sir, ano naman yung simple fruit, aggregate, and multiple fruit? Pag sinabi mo kasing simple fruit, maraming nalilito dito sa yung dalawa, aggregate fruit and simple fruit. Kapag sinabi mong simple fruit, single flower siya, iisang flower po, and iisa yung pistil niya. Ayun lang naman yun. Nang tinitingnan nyo ngayon dyan, that is, ano ba yan? Sakura, sabi nila. Pero hindi yan sakura, That is actually a flower of your apple tree. Yes. On which apple is an example of a simple fruit. Iisa yung flower niya, iisa yung pistil niya. Simple. Simple as that. Ano naman yung aggregate fruit, sir? Yung aggregate fruit naman, yes, maraming flower. Or, iisa yung flower niya, nakikita niyo yan, but then, marami pong pistil. Or maraming babae. Maraming ovaries. And a common example of this is your strawberry. And yung tinitingnan nyo po ngayon, is your strawberry plant. Or strawberry flower. Flower of your strawberry. On which, tinatawag mong aggregate fruit ang yung strawberry kasi iisa yung flower niya pero marami yung pistils. And ito po yung strawberry niya. And then, meron rin po tayong tinatawag na multiple fruits. Pag sinabi mo na multiple fruits, cluster of flowers siya. Anong ibig sabihin mo ng cluster of flowers, sir? Hindi po maraming pistila, maraming flowers na mismo. Maraming flowers na mismo. At ang tinitingnan nyo naman dyan, is yung inyong pinya or pineapple. Yan. Uy, lumalaki pala yung mukha. Okay. Ibigan nyo naman dyan is yung inyong pinya and yung pineapple on which, yung isa pong parang uhay niyan, yung isang parang paganon niya, is isang flower po yon. Kaya tinawag po yung inyong pineapple na multiple fruits. At kung titingnan nyo po dito sa picture, yung isang mata niya, is considered as a one fruit of the pineapple. Okay. Ayun lang naman. Okay. Next question is this. Horticultural products are characterized as follows, except horticultural, we are talking about, mostly fruits and vegetables. Pag sinabi mong horticultural, po siya, mataas ang moisture content. Ayun lang naman, lang produce. On which, Ay, sinagot ko na. Ano? On which A, utilize ba siya in a living state? B, high moisture content. C, usually in high dry matter form. Or dog, highly perishable. Ang tamang sagot po dyan is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And your answer is C. Bakit C, sir? Well, hindi po mataas ang dry matter form ng inyong horticultural products. Why, sir? Because mostly matubig po sila, matubig sila. Katulad ng sabi ko kanina, mataas ang moisture content nila. As compared to your agronomic crops such as yung rice ninyo, yung corn, ganon, And also, napag-usapan na rin natin yung rice and corn, storage and moisture content nilang. Sa storage po, ng ating mga grains, 14% po moisture content ang recommended storage moisture content ng ating mga grains. Grains. Sir, ano naman sa mga oil crops ninyo? Ano ba ang recommended moisture content sa ating oil crops? Well, for that, you need to watch the next video bukas. Ayun lang naman. But then that's that. Okay, moving on to our next question. Sabi dito, it is the reverse process of photosynthesis. And this is called, well, pinag-usapan natin kahapon yan for the last episode, Ano kaya yon? A, evaporation. B, transpiration. C, respiration. Or dog, metabolism. Ang answer po dyan is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ang answer po dyan is respiration. Sir, bakit respiration? Well, mostly kasi yung photosynthesis nyo, from photosynthesis, gumagawa siya ng glucose. But then yung glucose po is a stored form of energy. Sabihin na lang natin stored form of energy siya. On which kailangan yung i-breakdown ng plant para maging adenosine triphosphate, which is the energy currency of the cell na sinasabi. Adenosine triphosphate. Yun yung kailangan ng plant na energy, hindi yung glucose. And so, paano yung mataturn yun? Respiration po naman ang tawag doon. Humihinga yung plant. Katulad natin, humihinga tayo ng oxygen. And then, lumalabas yung carbon dioxide. Nag-exhale tayo ng carbon dioxide. That's the right term. That is respiration, and nagre-respire rin ko ang plant. And let's talk about the different plant processes. Sa metabolism, add ko lang, meron po tayong 2 types of metabolism. Yes? That is anabolism and catabolism na sinasabi. And para mas matandaan nyo, pag anabolism yung molecules po is, sa pagkakaintindi ko lang pag anabolism ang molecules po is nagkukumpol-kumpol. Pag bubuo ng molecules, ganon. Pag catabolism naman, pag break ng molecules. Ayun lang naman, catabolism. Pag may cat, well, alam nyo naman yung mga pusa is kalmot ng kalmot. Ayun, catabolism. Binibreak niya. Parang gano'n. Binibreak niya. Cats. Ayun lang naman. And then, sabi ko nga, let's talk about the different plant processes. Well, meron tayong iba't ibang plant processes. Unang-una sa lahat, meron tayong respiration. And sabi dito, it is the process by which organisms convert, glucose into energy or any sugar into energy mostly. Typically in the form of adenosine triphosphate. Ayun lang naman po. Ang kailangan po doon, para mangyari yon is oxygen. Oxygen. Oxygen, mag-inhale ka ng oxygen. Nag-breakdown yung glucose, naging ATP, and then you exhale carbon dioxide. That is respiration in general, and that also happens to plants. Kapag sinabi mo namang transpiration, ito po yung nagpapawis yung ating plants. Transpire, nagpapawis. Ayan lang naman. And siguro na-encounter nyo yung kung ano, nakakahilo yung camera. Na-encounter nyo na rin yung isang word na nagsasabi ring evapotranspiration. Kapag sinabi mo kasing transpiration, ito lang yung it includes the water na nag-evaporate lang doon po sa leaves ng ating plants. Pag evapotranspiration naman, kasama po yung tubig na nag-transpire or nag-evaporate doon sa lupa na kinalalagyan ng inyong plants. Ayun lang pinagkaiba. Simple as that. Okay. Next slide. Translocation. Well, translocation naman, yun po yung process ng pag-move ng water from one part of the plant to another. Ayun lang. Kunyari, ito yung roots ng plants. Pumasok yung roots, tapos pumunta dun sa leaf. Pumasok yung tubig dun sa roots, tapos napunta dun sa leaf. That is translocation. And mostly, dito po nangyayari rin yung movement ng inyong mga nutrients and minerals, etc. Translocation. And photosynthesis, this is the process by plants and other organisms to convert light energy into chemical energy. Well, usually in the form of glucose. And then, meron po tayong senescence. Pag sinabi mo namang senescence, ito yung pagkatanda ng ating plants. And pag tumanda yung ating plant, senescence is also synonymous to dying. Dying. And I think that's all. Okay. That's a wrap up for this episode. And I hope na, kahit konti, nakatulong, And so, malapit-lapit na po. But then, just a one tip. Don't lose your confidence while taking the exam. Dalhin mo na lahat doon sa exam. Well, wag lang naman yung cellphone kasi bawal ang cellphone. Dalhin mo na lahat, wag lang po yung nervyos. Ayun lang naman. And also, next week po, this week, Sunday na naman, meron na naman tayong weekend review sessions for only 50 pesos. But then, kung interesado po kayo, just PM me. Meron rin po tayong iba't ibang bundles doon na siguro, I'm sure you would love to avail. And also, available rin po yung last week session, yung recorded nun. Please PM me kung gusto nyo rin pong makakuha ng recording. Ayun lang naman. So that's all. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye again and have a good night.